Christopher and Mia both flew all the way from Germany to be with us.
Beltran's oboe. Beltran drank 2 of my strongest mojitos every noontime at Lucky Charles truck stop. I used the good mint and the heaviest muddler. He drummed in a band and hid florid tats under wrinkle-free Perry Ellis long sleeves. I saw blue mating panthers on his ribs when I dared him to flash for Mardi Gras. He believed there were mighty gods, arrowheads, owls, noble metal-stamped faces in our complimentary peanuts, so he'd never willingly touch them. He sold old motorcycles, but walked with a cane of ghostly white aspen. We talked about Che, women activists, and agreed men will never be ready for another Buena Vista social club, or to capture El Puro in earnest. He said he owned a building in Havana Vieja, and why don't I visit him sometime? Never mind the boat fare, he's got it. Open up and begin again in Havana. Said he could mint me new coin areolas. Copper alloy would value most old sins, so he struck and pierced them at jars in the cellar, always covered my eyes with earth's weight. Then he claimed he's too ripe to rot, and I had to have him alone in the back seat one night when we stopped just in time before the pier of San Lucio, blind driving the blind. Never once spoke to me, only panted and whimpered in a conch spire phone. I could see his fiery tongue. Josephine, I did not take that money. It rained and the alley was dark. I did not take the money. Josie, you had 100 nickels. I took 3 of them unstruck. We must all pay the same. Josie, I did not touch the rest. I did not touch your wallet. Answer me, Josephine. My name is not Josie. So sail yourself home to Bobo, Crete, Cayo, or hell for all I care. Sweet yerba buena rum bitch, he laughed. You woke up! Quick, my cane, and your blind copper coin nipple to grave fill my mouth against early return. 'Cause look, there it is, the last ferry.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Chant against Sub Rosa love.
Nice.
We don't breathe the same cold air. We don't shadow the same moon. We don't herald the same sunsets. We don't haunt the same abodes, and yet, with our backs upon a damp stone, crushed under ancient moss divans, crawling with lost flesh-born gods, plebeian sweet tiptoe embrace, cloaked in a thin shroud of prickles, furtive chords and rugged minstrels, plague of kisses, marching, body tyrant swift, beheaded, alchemy of secret weddings, somewhere near winter cortege, penitents of scarlet stalking, evergreen, dulcet pariahs around mounds they never know, moonshine marsh dissolving reed boats, where young lepers float the lies, spitted on a pike of bitter to the walled city we seek. Some crude mornings, we don't wake up. The houses we so build, the walls they build across us, the ones that still exist, upended truth be told, look just like death, inhabited. This one is about a friend of mine in Constanța, which is a Romanian port at the Black Sea. It's the ancient city of Tomis, where they say that the poet Ovid was buried. Nobody knows where, although some locals think they know. And I do know too, but I won't tell.
That's a great one. Tell us, please.
Aurora by the Black Sea. Her flat-chested mother chewed potatoes and carrots outside on the front steps, then with curled tongue sent gooey bolus back in spoon and fed Aurora. Aurora, we thought her very young or very old not to grow own teeth. Aurora wrapped in warm gold curls, pissed in our cobblestone courtyard at her untimely will, while hidden whippersnappers watched her under knotted eyebrows that defied confession. My own scraped legs kneeled high above her across dark walnut tree limbs, a slingshot close aimed at sun-catching curls, never to pierce them. Mindful of green, of white bird droppings, she squatted, strained, and shunned imperious charging hands, watched dusky rivulets inching away, meandering to the rectangular white marble Roman funeral stone my soldier grandfather unearthed near the outhouse after many rains in spring, a place to hammer open walnut skulls. Aurora twirled. She waxed and waned in pirouettes as light as seasons changing. Sat on the time-scorched stone with apron gauze bunched in her lap, with arms a faithful "Have you seen me?" arc. Up in the tree I talked some noble Romans into colonizing toothless savage seashores of Black Sea, Pontus circa 1st century AD. My armies laughed at their indelicate, enlightened marble absence. After all, nobody ever found the exiled Ovid's tomb around these barbarous parts, right? Right. Only the floating, disembodied epitaph of "Here I lie, who played with tender loves." Time and again, I spied that marble slab decked in blurred letters, blunted and chipped like used teeth. There, an N, an A, an S, an O, around the luminous aurora, so immoderate, insouciant and sentient, and so ancient, like a poet's body sprung up, poised to outlive the wrinkled stone as best she could, as she grew old, quite old, pellucid core of swirly bas-relief. Black Sea in memory.
Beautiful.